Mr. Miller's got this far, so he obviously can shoot. So we'll have to see what he does. Let's hope he doesn't get overawed by being on the TV table.
Charlie Williams over to inspect the package. Accepts it. He's attempting to break here in game one. This is a race to 9 at the Turning Stone Casino Resort in Verona, New York.
Oh.
Cue ball finds its way into the side pocket, followed by the 1. Wide open table for Roger Miller.
Not the start he was looking for. Roger's going to take his time looking at these, I bet you, for a minute. I don't think he's going to be that quick getting off the... Let's see. No, he's already got it worked out in his head where he's going. They're all sitting out nicely, Leon.
Yeah, it's all... Roger Miller's game is all new to me. But coming this far in this tournament with 128-man field, full field, he's got to be able to shoot.
You get through to Saturday, you didn't do it on luck alone, but he's probably just
Well, look at this. Touche. Scratching
you can't do
for Charlie and scratch for Roger. That was ball in hand.
That was a big mistake there, because that was a real chance to get one up there. I don't want to jinx Charlie, but I think Charlie will be putting one on the wire here. So let's see what happens. It's pretty well stopped shots here. Just draw this back a little. I think he'd like to be going to the table every day, playing 4 or 5 shots on the table. Play this downtown or in the side. Probably going to play it in the side, I think.
Very uncomfortable shot to shoot the 6 ball to begin with.
Got a lot of stick out there. I don't like this. A lot of stick there. Look at the stick out. No, he doesn't like it either. Should have wore his high heels today, Leon.
Well, he's going to get his extension out for his cue stick is what he's going to do. But he's still going to have to stretch over the table or else form a long bridge.
A la Johnny Archer.
Charlie's extension is black instead of pink.
Right, exactly.
Is that what you're going to say?
Well, if you're a man, you can have a pink one.
Okay, he still has to stretch, though. It's still not going to be comfortable.
And he's still going to have a lot of stick out there. A little out of whack there. He's on the cushion. And he's probably going to be, plays this in the side, he's going to be maybe even touching into the 9 ball here. So this is not really what he wanted, but...
Just nudges
that worked out. It was straighter than I realised. It's very difficult when you're sitting here. You can't really see the angles of it.
Charlie Williams looking to put a beat up. And he does, Jeff.
Yep. And Mr. Miller's going to be thinking about that one. Let that one slip away from him. I want to see him at the table running balls. I want to see how he shoots.
Charlie pulls out his towel to clean the cue ball off.
Let's see if Charlie looks at the rack again.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to inspect the pack, especially when you take this much time racking. You always want to double check it. Charlie just elects to go right to the break.
Let's put him on the trust factor. Again. Oh, he nearly scratched there. Wow. The one's no gimme either, so he's going to have to bank the one. It's as if he can even see the one. He looks like he's deep in that jaw, Leon.
Yeah, he might be able to bank it since the 2 balls down the other side of the table. At least attempt to bank it.
Slops it in the other corner. Oh.
Almost got a double bank out of it. As the cue ball finds its way to the lower pocket.
So he nearly scratched in one end, and he definitely scratched in the other end on the next shot. Okay, now 4 9s jammed up here. But the rest of the stuff looks okay. He's got ball in hand, so he can't argue about not having an angle on the 1.
Okay, a look at Roger Miller again. He was running the table before and unfortunately scratched into the side pocket. So let's get a look at...
We've got an awkward 3 here, look, up behind the 5. Goes in the side, he's going to have to get back uptown here.
Let's look at the way he uses his mechanics.
Well, that'll work, that'll work. I like that.
You know, there's a lot of players here that play on the Joss East 9-ball tour that are unfamiliar to the viewing audience, and even to us that are regulars on Mike Suglin's tour that are really jam-up players. So a lot of these players we do not know.
There's been a lot of the top players been knocked into the losers bracket this week with players they never heard of.
And Shane Van Boning is knocked out of the tournament by Stevie Moore for a second loss. Pretty nice shot Roger Miller just played there.
Yeah, he did. They played a good. Well, that's how he got to be playing Saturday afternoon, obviously. Charlie's just putting the score up. Charlie fits his pool in with his busy schedule of running tournaments. I don't know how he finds time, but he does. Wow, he was way off on that one. So it's ball in hand to Mr. Miller. Scratch 1 for Charlie. Now this is similar to before. He's got 5 balls to run out. I think I'm going to predict that he'll get this one.
Well, this is Roger's second attempt, time at the table. He has to get out here.
Right.
You can't give Charlie another inning here.
Absolutely not.
That would just be a
well,
losing
it's just
factor.
a stop shot. He might draw this back just a tad.
He can either get straight in on it and just stop right there for the 9 in the other corner. Yeah. But he really has to have a go at this and make it a...
Right, that's good for his confidence.
A tied-up ball game is what he's got to make it.
Right.
You know, he can't give opportunities to Charlie to get back to the table. And then by the looks of this, Charlie can't afford to give Roger any opportunities either. There you have it. We're knotted at 1 here at the Turning Stone Classic 17. You're watching a match between Roger Miller and Charlie Williams. This is a race to 9 winner break format.
For those of you viewers that are watching now that was watching the last match, I'm sure you all appreciated that match between Alex Pagalayan and Dan Heydrich. That was went to the hill. Dan could have won that one, and we witnessed a great jump shot in that match, which was pretty awesome. And that DVD will be available from AccuStats, so put that one on your shopping list for Christmas. Oh, he was scratching in the side there.
The 9 crawled up towards the side also.
Yeah.
And ducking the 1 ball. But he's left a shot for Charlie at the 1.
See what Charlie does here. I think he's going to be playing a safety. It's a good safe. Hidden by the 8 ball.
Looks like Roger's got a piece of this 1 ball. It's not completely safe.
He's going to swerve it.
It's going to carry him into the 6. A lot of funny things happen here. Oh, he hit it, spun it. It's a solid ball.
Yeah, he tried to swerve that and get around and cut that in. He's left Charlie a shot here. Charlie's going to cut this in the corner and go across the table and come back for the 2.
Well, he's got to, if he's going to attempt that shot, he's got to come straight back and forth. He doesn't want to go above the 9. I think he's sizing up either stopping. Well, he's attempting to go for it, I believe. I was going to say he was going to stop it right there and play safe. No, he's playing it safe.
He's played it safe.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot. See what he does here. Well, we know he can swerve the ball okay, so let's see what he does here. He might be thinking of, if I can hit the side of the 1 here, I might make the 6. And left him a shot.
Well, left on the bank.
I think you'll see Charlie playing safe here. He'll probably go up behind the 2 ball and leave the cue ball uptown.
Go up behind this one? 4 ball?
Yeah, 04, that's a 4?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. The 4 and the 2.
Yeah. I think he's...
I think he's going to go for
the bank. He looks like he's going for the bank.
Yeah.
He's not sure.
The only thing is keeping the cube. No, he's gonna play safe, I think. Play safe. Looking to duck him behind the 6. Didn't quite get there. I'm looking for Roger Miller to duck Charlie behind the 6
Yeah.
ball now.
Or hit it soft and bring it back behind the 4. We'll see here. I think he'd rather come behind the 6. Though.
Yeah, too risky to try to just slow roll it. I think he's going to try to play him behind the 6. He tried to slow roll it. It's an easy kick. You know?
Yeah, it's an easy kick, and he might even be able to see a tad of the side of it, but he'll kick at this. 3's sitting up by that top pocket as well, so if he ends up going uptown with the cue ball, might even make the 3 here. Nice shot. Needs a little bounce. Left him the 1 again. Doesn't go anywhere, but he left him a tad of it.
Well, in rack number 3, it's a safety battle back and forth, waiting to see who comes out on top.
With the safety battle, you've got to remember it's a safety battle and don't go for a silly shot at some point when you get fed up with playing safeties. This might be nice.
Look at this.
Just...
Charlie's got a shot at it.
Yeah, but
still in all, it's been a difficult 1 ball.
Some good saves. He almost hooked him there, which was the object.
Okay, let's see what Charlie can do with this now. Duck behind the 2 ball.
Just follow it downtown and go behind the 6 or the 2. Like this.
Spinning it over there.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Okay. Once again, both players having approximately, I don't know, 5 or 6 opportunities at the table.
And if you have to hit downtown and go back up to hit that, that's always a good save.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Roger gets out of here, we might have to call him Houdini's son after this. This is a hard escape right here. Not only to hit it, but to come up with another safe.
Yeah, that's the thing about, like, when I was watching Alex in the last game, they play get out of these safes and leave the guy safe. It's pretty cool. Might get it on the way back, but no cushion.
No, he's not going to get it. Okay. Well, I think we're finally going to see this 1 ball pocketed.
Yeah, well, safety's good.
As time moves on. Hill match before this one between Alex and Dan Hydrich. If you missed that, you missed an exciting match.
Yeah, that was full of some really good safety.
Oh, unbelievable.
And I spoke to Dan before that match, and he was like filled with reservations, trepidation, I would say. He was, not sure of the outcome, and said, I'll have to take what I get. And he played real good because he went to the hill. So I couldn't do better than that.
Charlie Williams finally going to take that 1 ball off the table for us.
No, I don't think he. Oh yeah, that goes in the side, but that's not really. I think he wanted to play that downtown, that shot.
Well, he can play it in the corner or the side from where he is now, because the 3 ball's out there in the open by the pocket.
Yeah, I think he'll make this in the side, or play. What's the other guy on 1? So one foul, right? Mr. Miller on 1, I think.
He's on 1 foul as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little out of position here. Turned an easy run out into a little bit of a problem here. Good shot.
Charlie using the 6 ball as a blocker, but
now he's hitting over the 6. No, a little bit over it.
He's got a half a ball to the right of the 6.
Luckily the 3, Leon, is sitting in the pocket. So
you can call me Leon. You can call me Alan. You can call me Upstate Al.
You know what? I'm calling you Leon, thinking it's your first name.
Yeah.
Oh, you are
that
kidding
was the problem with that half a ball.
You are kidding me.
Well, Charlie Williams goes in the drink. Yeah, I have 2 first names.
That's because the last time I saw your name was on Facebook the other day, and I saw Leon. I said, I look forward to seeing Leon when I get down there, and I'm thinking it's your first name.
Well, I'll call you Conway from now on.
Could you have it changed? I mean, would your mother mind?
At this point, no, she wouldn't mind. I got to take a chance somewhere in life. All right, Charlie Williams. Roger Miller, unfortunately, missed that shot. And he had an opportunity to go up in 2-1. Instead, Charlie Williams now going to attempt to clear this table and go up by 1. Roger Miller shaking his head and just like total disgust. But things happen in this game, as we saw in the last match.
Can I call you Big?
You can call me Big Al if you want. Yeah.
Big Al.
Yeah, I'm not that big. I'm only like 4'8".
Yeah, but you have a presence.
You mean I look like Santa Claus?
No, not those sort of presents. It's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Miller looking a little glum over there.
Yeah,
When you play these top players, you've got to take every opportunity you can get, and you just can't afford to. Literally, you can't afford to miss. That's because they'll eat you up.
But he's got to forget about that. It's water under the bridge. Don't let it.
Yeah, but the unfortunate
play in your head
when they say just in your head, forget about it.
Doesn't work, huh?
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Believe me, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about TV, people in a commentary box, cameras. His mind's going 50 miles an hour.
I also think he's thinking about playing Charlie Williams.
He wants to beat Charlie, that's for sure. He's not going to win this game.
Well, you know, Charlie, very fortunate to get back to the table there. Very fortunate. But in any case, he is looking to put another bead on his side of the scoreboard at this point.
Well, he's got to get on this 9 good here, so see what he does. He'll go around. Oh, that's a nice shot. That was a pretty shot there. Charlie's doing good, playing on a Saturday afternoon. He's always good.
Charlie Williams, now up by 1, leading Roger Miller 2-1 in this match. It's a race to 9.
So Roger's going to be kicking himself now when he gets home driving home tonight.
Well, it's not over yet, Jeff. We got a ways to go. It's a race to 9.
Okay.
You're counting the guy out, huh?
No, I'm not counting him out, but I was just saying he's going to be thinking about that later.
If he loses,
I'll rest my case right there.
Probably if he wins, too, he's probably going to be thinking about that miss.
Could have got it over with earlier. Yeah. We got Rodney playing Larry Neville, which is never an easy match for Rodney. He's been playing great and was in a real tough part of the draw, and now he's still tough because he's playing Larry Neville. Larry Neville's sort of one of these guys that's sort of under the radar a little bit. Great player, doesn't win too many tournaments, but knocks a lot of good people out of tournaments on the way. He definitely got all the games.
And a real nice gentleman, by the way.
Yeah. Did good in the Seminole, three Seminole events ago down in Florida. He was in the top 3.
Charlie Williams set the break in game 4. Smashes the pack. He uses the
got the MK2 Predator.
I don't know what happened with the break. Either the cue ball got kissed back there.
Yeah, he's stuck. He made a ball.
But
he made 1 ball or 2 balls?
And he's stuck behind the 5 ball. He made 2 balls.
Yeah, he made 2 balls.
Looked like he used a cut break there, and the cue ball just stayed down to the lower rail, but it also looked like I got Karen back that way. In any case, he's trapped up behind the 5. Now he can elect to push out here.
That's what he did.
He pushes out.
Yeah, that's as good as he could do there, I think. Whatever happens here, Mr. Miller's going to leave the. He might even bank this, but I think he's probably going to leave the cue ball on the top cushion. No, he was trying to bank it. Didn't like that. He left himself so he was on the 2. And probably said, well, if I miss it, let's hope the 1 goes somewhere. But that's not really how you're supposed to play this game. So we'll see what happens. See if Charlie can mop these up. Two sitting nicely in front of the pocket.
Charlie aiming this 1 ball right down at us at the commentator's booth.
Just wants to stop this, I think. Well, that's clever.
Got a little fortunate. Charlie apologizes to
You think
Roger.
he got lucky there, I think?
A little fortunate.
Yeah. Well, it was a big pocket with that 5 sitting there, so. Well, this is just joining the dots, as Danny Diliberto says.
Well,
join the dots.
Not only being good at playing pool, but getting a lucky roll in between.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, it's got to hurt.
Yeah. And getting jammed up on the break as well, so he's almost lucky that he's shooting. Yeah, Mr. Miller could have come up with a better shot on that. Should have pushed on that 1 ball.
Yeah, he's giving Charlie an opportunity to loosen up that stroke arm, and I'll tell you what, Charlie's a deliberate player, and he can slow things down. But when he feels that he's got to keep on pacing, he's doing a good job of it right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of the same.
Now leads in this match, Charlie Williams 3-1.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter who he's playing. He wants to get a W, so he's probably not treating him lightly. But now he's seen a couple of mistakes. I think that's better for Charlie's confidence.
He wants to get a W.
He wants to.
Is that like a blonde M?
No, it's a W for a win.
Oh, I thought it was a blonde M.
No. You're eating too many M&Ms.
No, those are W's.
If they're upside down, they are.
Charlie Williams set the break here in Game 5. Uses the cross break.
Nothing down. Now let's see what we do here.
What you do is you punt because the 3 and the 9 are tied up. You try to lock them up behind the 7-8. Hit the 1 into the side of that foul ball. Try to drag the Q to the 7-8.
We've left Charlie another. There's 7-9s jammed. Sorry, 7-3 jammed a little here.
Well, I see. I got a little paperwork to do in the background, folks. I got to run around and check up on some matches and schedules. So, Mr. Jerry Forsythe's going to step back in the booth, being accompanied by Jeff Conway, as I go and take care of a couple of things.
Charlie deliberating over this shot.
Hello, everyone. Don't worry, you won't have to put up with me for too long.
Hey, Jerry. Welcome back.
Thanks, Jeff.
Got the 3-9 jammed up here, Jerry. So I don't know whether he's going to play the. He's probably going to play the 2 and try and come across and see if he can move it here. Or go 2 cushions and see if he can hit the 9.
You're going to have to hit it pretty good.
Well, he hit it pretty good, but he didn't really get much out of it. But at least he has a shot.
Yeah, this is not a very easy layout he's facing.
No. Mr. Miller's made a few sort of unforced errors, and Charlie's making the most of them.
As he should.
Yeah, he wants to win, that's for sure. Starting to get into the money now, right, Jerry? I mean, this is moving day.
Well, you know, Charlie's always going to give it his all. He's a real bulldog on the table.
Right, great player. His game really has come to the fore in the last 18 months, 2 years. Told me he's practicing more, taking it more serious, and not spending. Doesn't seem as if he's spending so much time on the tournaments he organises, and the results are showing, because when he goes in these tournaments now, he's not an also-ran. He's one of the top contenders.
Yeah.
Always had a great game. I just think he didn't. I think he was just distracted more than anything else on other things. He's going to bank this one. Look at it.
Nope.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Wonderful cut shot.
2 goes past the 3. 4, sorry. 4. It's funny, the totally different colours, Jerry. Look, when I look at the tournament table, I can see that's the 4.
Right.
But when you look at this now, that looks like a 2 there.
Sure.
Me. Sort of,
we'll forgive you.
I need a spotter. I need someone to point them out to me. That's a nice shot.
Put a lot of gee-whiz on that one.
Going to be on the cushion, but I think he can still make that. He missed a shot in the last game with having to play a lot of follow on it because he was jacked up.
Well, the problem here is escaping the 9 ball.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to hit it full and stay there and take the long shot on the 6. And he doesn't, obviously, from the way he's jacked up.
Oh,
wow.
That might be a scratch.
Nope.
Or
it worked out real well.
Come out of that smelling of roses.
Yeah, he threw his hand up to his opponent saying, sorry about that.
The other guy really wants to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bit of good luck.
Sorry about that, old chap. Well, Mr. Miller got through to Saturday this time on a Saturday, so he obviously can play.
Oh, sure.
But I think he's a little nervous at the moment. We've seen a few mistakes from him when he had easy runouts. So
well, anytime you go up against a powerhouse, it's going to work on you.
TV table, lights, the whole thing. It's like it's a little different. And I don't think he cares too much where this cue ball goes after this shot.
No. Well, he has a pretty big area to work into here.
But ends up perfect. And now this is going to put him into a 4-1 lead, pretty commanding lead. So I think we're going to see more of the same.
Charlie Williams taking care of business and does indeed lead the match 4-1. This winter break format really favors the better players because they can grab control of the table and keep you seated for a long time.
The word there, control, because even if they don't make a ball they make a ball on the break but get stuck or whatever, you're still in control. It's your choice. That's so important. Mr. Miller putting his glasses on to make sure Charlie doesn't double check this rack. Charlie checked the rack the first time and has done it on the honor system since. I think there's part of you that wants not to check it because you want to trust the guy, but you also want to have a look just to make sure it didn't slip up.
Well, I would want to look at it just to see if there's a crack in the back of the rack that I can take advantage of.
Well, Charlie made a ball there. I'll tell you what it is in a minute.
When I check a rack, I'm not really looking for a tight rack. I'm hoping there's a little gap in the back.
Right. Yeah, well, Corey's the champion at that. Corey will see a gap in a rack and might play it to his advantage.
Absolutely.
And he'll come off another side of the table and make Corey. He's the master at that, Corey.
Well, anytime you leave a crack in the back of the rack, you're leaving a path for the for the 9 ball to slide into a corner pocket.
Right. Now this is awkward here. You can see the one, but he can't see all of it, and he can't. And it's too thin a slice to make the 5 off the 1. I don't think we're going to see a carom here. I mean, he could slice it real thin and make the 5, but I just think he's almost got to miss it to do that. Oh, he played safe.
Pretty good save, too, considering where these other balls are positioned.
Yeah.
Charlie's got some work to do here.
He has.
Now, I don't think he's far enough away from that 3 ball to hop over the edge of it with a playing cue.
Talking of jumping with a playing cue, saw a beautiful, beautiful shot in the last match with Pagalayan against Dan Heydrich. And that's on DVD and probably the best DVD they've actually made this week in terms of content. And put that on your Christmas list because be a good one. A lot of safety, a lot of great safety. That was the right line, but just a tad off.
And Mr. Williams now gets the ball in hand and a chance to loosen his arm up a little bit because he's got some open balls here.
Right, the only thing in Charlie's favour is the 2 and the 3 are opposite ends of the table, and I don't think it's going to be too much problem here. Just draw this back a little. Yeah. And even if he gets the wrong side of the 3, he can play the combo on the. Oh, he's fine. I think he'd like to be a little further off the cushion, but.
And he would like to be past the side pocket, but he should be okay. Well, the next 2 balls are certainly going to go down.
I think he'll make the 5 here. I think I'll put money on that. I'm not a gambling man, but I'll put money on that. I'm not a gambling man. I'm involved with ball players. What am I talking about?
Uh-oh. He has snookered himself.
See, that's what I'm saying, Jerry. you just come into the booth, but he's done this a couple of times, and you just can't do that against a player like, you know, if you're playing a, you know, B player, maybe you can get back at the table, but
yeah, Charlie Williams is no B player. And he did not.
Ball in hand.
That's ball in hand, right.
So that's another loss. So he's going to go back to his chair, and he's going to be thinking of that one on the way home tonight.
Just in case anybody's new to the game, after you strike a ball, either the cue ball or any object ball must be driven to a rail. If you do not touch a rail after contact, it is a foul.
Yeah, so sometimes it looks like they hit it, but nothing hit a rail. So good point.
Fairly rudimentary out for Charlie.
Been handed these gifts. His aim here, he wants to get this off the cushion a little bit. I think he's just got enough angle, he can just get a little. There you go, that's what he wants. And he's going to go up 5-1, Jerry. That's a pretty commanding lead.
Yeah, from here he can just free stroke it. Ooh,
where are you going?
He overcooked that one.
Where are you going? His head in the air.
Yeah, he's frustrated at himself for that.
The dragon is breathing fire.
Charlie Williams now leads 5-1 in our race to 9. Seems to have everything well in hand.
I was just going to say Charlie's getting business done. That's exactly the same as what you said. That's exactly what he's doing.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't want any long matches. He's had a couple of long weeks. He's got to be getting tired.
Yeah, last week involved in that straight pool 14-1 World Championship down in New Brunswick. He was playing in the tournament, came third, fourth. It was a single elimination after 32 players, and he came third, fourth. Which I guess that's the terminology, right? Because he, third, fourth, and so he paid himself. That was pretty good. But he had a lot of work there. He was buzzing around all week. Must have been glad to get that one over. It's great to see that he's actually sort of resurrected straight pool into the public eye more than it was. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, glad to have a good straight pool tournament again.
And to me, the highlight of the week was Ray Martin, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I said this in the last commentary, but
that's 2 Hall of Fames he's in.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in the other one. He got into that in '93, I believe, and now he's in the straight pool Hall of Fame. But the day before, he took out the last year's champion of last year's event, which was pretty cool when you think about it. I mean, it's like 76-year-old man beats, you know, 48-year-old or whatever Oliver is. It's pretty cool. And he was very tired. He was like, they were playing 3 matches a day. And I remember when he beat Oliver, he went up to his room and had a rest. And his daughter Robin had to go up to the room and get him and come down. And then he played another race to 100, and then he had another rest, and then he had to come down and play another 100. And it was a good job he played Oliver in the first match, because I think he would have been wiped out later in the day.
Well, it does take endurance to play that much pool in a day.
Yeah. And then when it got to the last 16, they were playing 200-point games, 3 matches a day. That was even Torsten, who won it. They like hit a barrier at 150.
Yeah. Pardon me. Well, at some point, someone's going to get an open shot on this one ball. But it won't be now. Well, he's got a bank. He can bank this in.
Yeah.
Charlie's a good banker.
Yeah. You mean he makes money at pool, or you mean banking on the table?
Well, both, actually.
Yeah.
He does pretty well at both of them.
Oh, that looked for a split. Ooh.
Now he's going to have to show me something.
Well, he'll hit it, but
he'll hit it, yeah.
But what he's going to do with it, he can't bank. Does that bank across town? We'll soon see. Careful.
Watch out. Made one ball anyway. Made two balls.
Two balls and gives him ball in hand. Now, well, the only shot I see the problem is the 5 over there by the 8, and there's plenty of room to make it. It's just if he gets a little out of position on it, it might be a problem.
Yeah, he's got to stay in line. Okay. I'm going to turn this microphone back over to someone who knows what they're doing, Al Leon, and I'll be back with you folks at a later time.
Thank you very much, Jerry. I think we're going to get some match results here.
Okay, hello everybody.
We got some match results, Al.
I didn't get any match results when I was up there. Just finding a little inside information on what went on with the Shane's match. I heard Shane made a kick shot, kicking behind a 7 ball to slide the cue ball over behind another object ball to play safe, and it was a legitimate safe. And for some reason, Shane just went over there and picked up the cue ball and handed it to Stevie. And I got this from a good source, and they said they had no clue what had happened. And Stevie said to Shane, "You didn't foul." And Shane said, "Well, now here's the cue ball."
Wow.
So I think Shane is a little bit out of it, jet lagged, or whatever the case happened.
Oh no! Look what he just did.
Yeah, misses the 8 ball into the corner.
Now, I'm sorry to harp on what I said earlier in the match, but he missed a couple of shots early. I said I think we're going to see more of the same. And there we saw a perfect example. He had an fairly easy run out there and just couldn't get it done. I think he's under a lot of pressure out there. I think.
Yeah, you just can't do that with Charlie Williams, and now he's looking at a 6-1.
6-1, and to be honest, 3 of those games could have easily gone to Mr. Miller if he'd have played like he did yesterday, the day before, and the day before. That's it in a nutshell. But that's Paul.
We just want to give you an update on some of the sponsors. If you haven't heard that, do sponsor this event. Of course, azbilliards.com, poolonthenet.com, Dan Hydrick Custom Cues, of course, Simonis Cloth, Josh Cues, QZ, Q Shark, Billiards Press, Samsara Cues, and Capital Off-Track Betting, besides OBQs.
And Lucchese,
and Lacassi Hybrid Cues, of course.
And the Tap.
And the Tap League.
Tap League.
Without them, this would not be possible.
And Simonis Cloth.
Charlie broke the balls are pretty good, pocketing one of the balls into the corner pocket. Leading this match 6-1 at the Turning Stone Classic 17.
He cut the 1 in and probably going to crash into the 2, so I don't think he's going to be hitting this too hard.
I noticed Charlie switched from the cut break back to a regular break again.
Yeah.
Did I miss something here? Or?
No, I don't know what he's up to. Well, he scratched, didn't he, on one of them, so maybe it's a good shot. Oh, that was a lovely shot.
Nice speed, yeah.
It looked on the monitor as if he was going to hit the 2 there, but he came across. That was a pretty cool shot. So he's going to draw this down for the 4.
With the angle he's got, he's afraid to bump into any of the balls he draws, so he's going to go. He's going to go forward yet, and of course jam the pocket.
Well, that's a case of not going back to what your intention is. You're concentrating so much on the English for where he wants to go with the the cue ball. I think sometimes they forget to go back to potting the ball. It's easier.
Bottom line is you got to put them in.
It's easier said than done, but now look at that. See, that was just a wild shot.
Well, he attempted to make the ball. It's just he didn't. He got down for the.
Yeah, but he missed it. He missed it by a mile, so it wasn't too good a shot. But he's had his opportunities, but not taken.
Roger's going to be looking at a safe here. Charlie's going to try to duck him behind the 4.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Well, whatever he does here, he's got to come off another couple of cushions, so he's probably have to bottom cushion, side rail. And even if he hits it, he's probably going to leave Charlie a shot.
Hits it solid, he does. And he does have a rail.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie's probably going to draw the business out of this, make this uptown. Which way is he going to go? That way? This is no gimme.
He's playing it. 2-ball into the corner pocket.
Shot. It's a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. That was no gimme though. That
perfect on the floor.
Jacked up, all that English. Great shot. See, we got Mr. Suvan Thong, 6-4 up against Mr. Lewis. Still going along very nicely.
Charlie probably going to go 2 to 3 rails and shoot the 6 down in the bottom right-hand corner of your monitor.
Well, he's hitting it pretty hard, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is no gimme. It's not on the rail, thank God, because if it was on the rail, this would not be an easy shot. And I said yesterday to the viewers, if you're watching, if you're seeing the quality of the picture I'm seeing on the monitor here, on just such a small screen, if you're watching it at home on like a TV screen, I'm sure you're very impressed with the quality from AccuStats here, because this is absolutely beautiful, beautiful equipment they have, and shows on the DVDs when you buy them. So don't forget to get hold of AccuStats. Email them, accu-stats.com. Get them to send you their brochure.
Or just shoot them an email saying thank you, or you appreciate the stream and how nice it was. They like to hear that.
Yeah, and good or bad. If you've got some bad comments, give them, because I know they appreciate any comments, and if it's something you come up with, if it's a good comment that's a bad comment, maybe it'll be acted upon. So don't worry whether it's good or bad.
Well, talking about bad, it's getting worse for Roger Miller as Charlie Williams goes up 7-1 in this race to 9.
I think Roger Miller should have stuck to singing, you know what I mean, instead of taking up pool. That's almost before my time. I remember Roger Miller, and I can't even remember what he's saying now. They were like sort of ditty songs and stuff, weren't they? Like,
wasn't one of the songs Trailers for Rent or
yeah,
something like that?
Yeah, Trailers for Rent, yeah. Yeah, he changed the words now. It's Tables for Rent.
Well, Charlie's been renting a table more often than Roger here.
And talking of tables, they're playing on a beautiful diamond table.
Looking for... Charlie goes back to the cut break. The 1 hangs up. Perfect alley for the 1 ball, and the 2 ball is up top.
Well, he has a path through here, but he's jacked up a little bit here. It's beautiful. Got on the 2 nicely. 5 balls next. Just take his time here.
Well, he taps.
He's got the 4 ball
7.
in the corner.
And he winds up good for the 4 ball.
He's got to get out of dodge here and get round for the 5, and it's all over.
Just going to draw back, take the shot into the other corner, right back to the center of the table.
And it's all over. So just take his time here. This one didn't drain too much of his resources.
Gets the perfect angle on the 6 ball just to go forward.
Mr. Miller ends up with only 1 on the wire early in the game, and unfortunately he's just had to watch and just maybe learn something from watching Charlie play. We'll never know.
Charlie
Charlie doesn't like that.
He's got the wrong angle. He's going to have to go out real long for this, and he still has to watch his speed.
Yeah, he can cut this in. He's just got to be careful when he comes back round. He doesn't get locked behind the 9 or sitting.
Looks like he might be going
banking it?
Right-hand English and spinning back down. But he's got to watch his speed. Not too bad. I think all he has to do is get back to the center of the table.
He's going to miss this, and Mr. Miller's going to run 8 and out.
That's it.
Oh,
Play the reverse.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
He's got to watch the speed.
Slow down.
Good speed.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, he killed it on that top rail. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and now he can actually go up and down if he wants. He's got a clear table. Uh-oh. This could be trouble here. I don't like the speed. Going to wind up right on the 9 ball.
Oh, my God. Well, he's going to bank this up. He's so far in front. I think he'll just bank this up down.
No, just in it and bring the cue ball in short. Bring the cue ball back up to the top. That's the shot.
Take that, Mr. Miller. Charlie's seething right now because he wanted to take that one out nicely.
If I'm Roger here, I go for the gusto. I'm shooting the cheese. I mean, I have one. I'm down 7-1. I'm shooting for the cheese. I'm banking this ball. Bank he does, and does come close. He's going to leave a shot in the side pocket for Charlie Williams to go up on the hill.
Yeah. I didn't think that was going to get back to the side pocket. It looked as if it was going to be halfway, but it actually kept rolling and rolling there.
Yeah. I think I got the speed clocked from the seat here.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
All over.
Charlie Williams gets to the hill. And Roger Miller has won.
Wow. 8-1. Nice one. 9-1 is nice to put on your resume. Charlie's probably still fuming over that running too far on that 9. Makes a 1. No. Makes nothing. And leaves Mr. Miller hooked behind the 2 on the 9. I think.
Actually, I think he can thread the needle between the 2-6. Yeah, he can actually cut this in.
I think he's going to swerve this again. No.
Looks like he's got a clear alley just to cut this one ball in.
Yep. Now let's. I'd like to see him win another game here. So let's see what he does.
What he's got to do is just draw this just enough to stop the cue ball there, but he's got to watch the cue ball doesn't carry him off the 9. Misses the 9. Now he's going to wind up safe behind the 6-8.
Well, can he see it?
No, he's going to have to kick at
no,
this.
He's gonna have to, yeah, this is on a shot to nothing here. He's going to hit it, but that's. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance he could kick it in the corner pocket, but hit that a little too. Oh, he got good there.
Once again, folks, we're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino in Verona, New York. You are watching the Turning Stone Classic 17. And you're watching Charlie Williams and Roger Miller. This is a race to 9. Charlie leads this match 8-1.
And the live stream is brought to you from Accustats in association with AZ Billiards.
And if you're not a member of AZ Billiards, which is a pool forum and all information about pool, you can go to azbilliards.com and become a member. You all have a lot of pros on there also that will answer questions if you have anything to ask about certain shots. There's so much. It's such a great site to learn from. And also, if you're not a member of Accustats.com, you can go to Accustats. That's ACCU-STATS.com. That's Accustats.com. And they have a video library that you can download their catalog. They have thousands of DVDs ranging from 25 years of collection that you can purchase from. Just about any match you wish. I'm sure you can find on
in all disciplines as well. So there's you know, anything you want is there.
Now, Jeff, what is it? Thursdays it's challenge matches at the Accustats Arena.
Yeah.
Which is streamed live.
Right. Well, some weeks we can't run them, unfortunately, because like Accustats is here this week. The Accustats and London Bridge Promotions.
Gee whiz, let's cut this a little short. Charlie's on the 8 ball already.
Yeah.
Just freewheeling.
That's all over, folks. All she wrote. And,
you know Sal? Sal over?
Yeah. So Charlie's glad to get that one behind him.
Okay, Mr. Roger concedes. Charlie gets another M&M, or is that a W?
W. And
okay.
Thank you, viewers, for coming online and watching. Trust you appreciated the match.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a break, waiting for the next round to be announced. It's going to be some time. I don't know exactly what time because we do have other matches in progress. You can follow all the matches that are in progress. There are some exciting matches going on around the room. If you go to the live brackets that are provided by AZ Billiards, I'm sure one of the moderators in the chat room will give you the link for that. And you can follow any table around the arena. We'll be back as soon as we find out what match we're going to be streaming. We will let you know. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Upstate Al and
Jeff Conway
signing off. Take care, guys.
See you later, guys.